A linear pair we've kind of already dealt with. We've seen linear pairs in the context of supplementary angles. We just didn't call them linear pairs before, okay? So linear pairs are just a special kind of supplementary angles, and they're the kind of supplementary angles that are also adjacent, okay? So a pair of adjacent angles that make a line, all right? If I have a pair of adjacent angles that make a line, we already knew that these were supplementary angles. And so right away, we already knew this, that linear pairs are supplementary angles, but now we're giving them the special name, okay? If I have two separate angles that are supplementary, well, they're just regular old supplementary angles. But if I have two supplementary angles that are touching one another, that are adjacent to one another, then we call it a linear pair, okay? And the naming on that is not really important. It's more important that you understand that, yes, this guy down here is a line, so that makes a line. And that automatically makes angles 1 and 2 supplementary, but we kind of already knew that. We've already discussed that, okay? But now we have a special name for it, okay? For example, if I look at this guy, find the measure of each angle. Well, because this thing is a line down here, and I can tell it's a line because, notice how I identified a point on each of these? But here, it's not really a point written. That's showing that this line continues through there, and the point is formed naturally by the intersection of the ray OA and the line CB, okay? And so when we look at this thing, we've got a line here, which means this is a linear pair, all right? It just means that these are adjacent angles, all right? So angle COA and angle AOB are adjacent. They share a side. They're touching. There's one right next to the other, but they're also supplementary, okay? That's this fancy term linear pair just means, hey, adjacent angles that are supplementary. And so if I wanted to find the supplement, if I want to find AOB, well, if I have a 44-degree angle, I just take the 180 minus the 44, and that gives me a 136, so 136 degrees. And again, you could easily check it, 44 plus the 136. That does equal 180 degrees, so I'm just creating the supplementary angles, which means, since this is a linear pair, AOB has to be the supplement of the COA. So I would say the measure of angle AOB equals 136 degrees, okay? I'm just looking at this and saying, hey, this is a linear pair. This is a line with a ray coming off of it. So I have two adjacent supplementary angles. All I really need to understand is that they're supplementary in this scenario, okay? So I find the supplement.